This is the commentary for the Phantom Menace. Any version of this after the 2011 theatrical re-release should work. They don't think they've made any changes since then.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm just Steve made all the notes. I'm just going in raw, unfiltered.
Alrighty.
And 3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at that classic logo.
I think I might have the movie a little too loud.
Yeah, you can probably turn it down a little bit. That's a bit loud. They could probably hear us.
Oh. Okay, wait. There we go. That's better. That's better. I'm excited.
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I know last time I said I wasn't going to read it, but this time I'm reading it.
All right.
Star Wars. It's not a better opening. It works every time.
Can't change it.
Episode 1. Or I. The Phantom Menace. Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trading routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Already getting right into the political intrigue.
Oh, there we go.
Hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade
boring,
of
man.
deadly
Just
battleships, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor has discreetly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle this conflict, or the conflict. ...
4 dots this time.
Also, they changed that because they said Congress.
Congress of the Republic.
But they become a Senate.
They are Senate.
But isn't Congress and Senate different?
Yeah.
But it
There's just mistakes in this.
that doesn't make sense.
Could have special edition that out. Could have fixed that.
Yeah, like what? Because
That
everyone
wasn't
always
important.
refers to it as the Senate later on.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, moving on.
Yeah, it already looks a little blue. Like that
Yeah,
planet did
like
not look.
they've recolored this and it's very blue.
Yeah, I don't remember this looking like that. Also, Star Wars really did just start out with screens in Phantom Menace, and then they just kind of stopped using screens. They went back to holograms.
They used them very sparingly throughout the prequels. I think we get to see one in Revenge of the Sith when they return to Coruscant on Bail Organa's ship, but
Yep.
otherwise, I don't think you see any that aren't like TVs.
Oh, man.
Love this ship. They've only made it as a Lego set once, and it's like one of my grails.
I think I knew someone that had that.
Mm-hmm. That droid has a Tony. The actress who plays that droid.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's Lindsay Duncan. She's a big actress in Great Britain.
So she's more critically acclaimed than almost any other actor in this entire series?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, she's got lots of nominations and stuff. And she was in one hell of a good episode of Doctor Who.
Why is she that like character?
I don't know. Lots of big name British people in this well.
Look at that young Ewan McGregor
Oh yeah.
and Liam Neeson just hamming it up.
Mm-hmm.
The set designs of this too, after just coming back from us watching all of the original trilogy,
Yeah.
it just feels so different, but like so much better in a way to me, because this was the first Star Wars movie that I watched, obviously.
Same.
But it feels like it's the Republic at the height of its like power and wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Even though obviously these are later what become separatist characters, but I don't know, everything just feels so much like nicer compared to what you see in the original trilogy, because this is from the perspective of people that are super wealthy.
Oh yeah, everything's very luxurious, but there is still grime in this movie.
Yeah.
Like things are filthy. I'll point them out.
Well, yeah, when you get onto Tatooine, it goes back to being a dump.
But even the battle droids in this movie, at least, they put some effort into those textures. Like there's some scuffs and grime on them.
I will say I can't help but think of the Allrenauts version of this this scene.
Ain't nothing wrong with a sausage festival. Say sausage one more time.
Sausage.
I love these aliens too, the Nemoidians. I think they're probably my favorite Star Wars alien.
They also really instantly get into like the Emperor pulling the strings. Like he's literally
right away.
We're not even a couple minutes into this movie.
Yeah, we're barely into this, and already we're the main villains on screen.
Also, I never put 2 and 2 together that's Ian McKellen's chin.
Ian McDermott, yeah.
Yeah, Ian McDermott, not Ian McKellen.
Just Gandalf's chin, just big beard sticking out the hood. Yeah.
But as a child, I never put 2 and 2 together. So when that like whole reveal came, Child Will was mind blown.
For the longest time, this was the only Star Wars movie I'd seen because I had it on VHS. I had like 7 copies of this.
Yeah.
Like for every VHS VCR player that my family had, we had a VHS film for it.
So you just went around watching them one after another on different
any of my
VHSs?
grandparents, or if I went out to my cabin, I'd watch this movie. And so I was so familiar with this, and I had the Monopoly game. I still do. It's the best Monopoly edition ever. And they had these cards, and one of them was like, "Oh, Senator Palpatine gives you such and such amount of dollars," or whatever. And I saw the name Palpatine, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I had all those like Lego magazines. I was like, "Emperor Palpatine, Senator Palpatine." Oh no, it's the same guy. And I had the realization, not from the movies, but from the freaking Monopoly board game, was where I got this revelation of this film series, which was obviously George Lucas's intention. That's how it was meant to be.
I will say the lightsabers in this too look so much better than the past.
Oh, they're beautiful.
The past is nostalgic, but I don't know. Lightsabers will never be better than the prequels.
Yeah.
I'm putting that out right now. Like the choreography of all of it, just the look of them.
Yeah. I just love everything in this film. Like, because a lot of this stuff is sets that they're on, with some minor extensions if they do like a really wide shot you see way above their heads. Or like it's a model that they're composited into. Like this stuff just looks beautiful. And the costumes especially. Oh my god.
I don't get why he was so easily able to just cut through that door instantly, but the second they put in a second door, he's like, I actually gotta like melt this now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, couldn't he just continue cutting through it?
More metal to cut through. More resistance, I guess.
Yeah, but he was already basically through the one door, so what if he just kept cutting through that door and then cut through the next one? It wouldn't have taken him that long.
Yeah.
Also, he definitely did irreparable damage to that door. Like, they're all just trapped in there now.
Yeah, when that like cools off, they're just trapped. They're stuck in there. They have to get like welding.
Oh, force sprint! Did you see that? Oh, look at them go!
That is one of my few complaints about this movie. I don't like that lower edition of the force sprint.
Well, it looks so goofy the way they just like lurch away.
Yeah, and they're very transparent too if you zoom in. Like they're not composited well.
Oh, look at those! Oh!
They just plummet to their death.
Yeah, some of this does look a little wonky, but on the whole, it looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole invasion thing here, like, the plot just starts going right away. Like, there's no like teasing you into it like they do in A New Hope. You know, where like, oh, you got the ship, and then they get attacked by Darth Vader, but then the droids go off, and they're just messing around for a solid like 10-15 minutes. Then you get Luke just being sad on his farm, and then he gets the droids, and then it's like, oh, I gotta go talk to Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just like instantly like, nope, we're here. This is what's happening. Here's who's bad. Here's who's good.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do. And then it just starts going and it doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a fast-paced movie.
Also, Natalie Portman as a child, looked too good.
Don't say that, Will. But
I'm saying for me as a child, not her as a child.
You're here now, folks.
No, don't clip it.
But that is my favorite costume of hers. That like with the hair and the face paint and that luscious red. Beautiful costume. Also, the most iconic one too, I think.
Well, these Neimoidian guys, like all their animatronic stuff being practical. I just remember watching the behind the scenes of like the guy getting the Neimoidian head piece for the first time, and he's trying to talk with it, and he's like, I'll
cut in some footage of that. It's so funny. I saw that too. And you make some joke too.
Some people pay huge amounts of money to have a woman put them in this.
Also, the whole elected queen of Naboo thing just really doesn't do
that hasn't happened yet, Will. That's a retcon from the next movie. Ignore that. Oh, it's Soyo Bibble.
Doesn't he die?
No, he's still going. He's in Revenge of the Sith, Will.
Really?
Yeah, he's at Padme's funeral.
Oh, yeah, he is.
No lines.
You could play that guy.
I could. I love.
You got the nose.
He's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Unironically.
Also, I saw a lore thing on Reels or Shorts on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that Captain Panaka becomes a Moff for the Empire.
Ooh, that's cool.
I don't know if that's true or not. You might have to cut to that for a short to explain that.
Yeah, maybe.
But apparently, yeah, he becomes a Moff. But I think that might be like a Legends thing, so it may not be canon anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've stopped following all that stuff. I used to be one of those kids who'd be like, I know the names of all these side characters and all the background, you know.
I mean,
used
you're
to know-
still kind of
I
like
still
that.
Kinda am, but I've forgotten so much. Like when we get to the pod race, I know like a couple people, but I used to know like everyone. Like I forgot all this stuff.
Also, the ease at which the Trade Federation is just able to invade an entire planet doesn't quite make sense to me.
Well, it's a peaceful planet, Will.
I guess. But, like, it is wildly easy for them.
Well, Naboo depends on the Republic for its protection, and the Republic isn't providing that protection, so they can easily just exploit the system.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this movie, Will, is the faults of
I get
these
that.
rigid systems.
Look at him.
There he is. He's the key to all this. Get out of the fucking way!
What if, okay, let's say hypothetically, Darth Jar Jar is real, right?
Yeah, okay.
And that was just him standing there supervising the invasion. And he's like, why is there a Jedi guy running at me? Let me just see where this goes.
What if they killed Jar Jar right there?
Like-
and then they go back, cut up to the ship, and then the Ambodian guys are sitting there, and Palpatine's just like, "You have killed my apprentice."
No,
We did not know he was your apprentice.
No, Darth Jar Jar is the master.
Oh, he's the master. You killed my master. We didn't know that.
Okay, I remember Jar Jar looking a little better than this. He looks a little off in some of these shots.
Yeah, because they denoise this whole film, Will.
Yeah, that's true.
When you have a unifying texture over everything, such as film grain, it matches up better than this.
Yeah, things are looking a little too smooth.
Like I could pull up my Czechoslovakian film print scan and show you that, but yeah.
Even the way he, like, yeah, the texture of his, like, clothes and everything, he doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he being denoised doesn't work well for him.
Yeah.
Because you're losing, I think, some of the detail out of his, like, skin and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, another thing with these early textures, too, is everything kind of squishes and moves a bit. Like, it's not like rigid textures. They're very rubbery.
Okay, but, like, his neck and everything, like, his face is good, but it's like everything around him looks like he's part of a video game from now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'd play the Jar Jar video game.
Well, isn't Lego doing the whole Darth Jar Jar thing? I saw
Yeah,
something
I
about
don't
that.
know.
I didn't get what that was for.
I think it's like a short film or something. It's going to be fun, whatever it is. I'm all in for it. And they are doing a Lego set with Darth Jar Jar in it. I don't think I'm going to buy it, Will. I'm going to be honest. I need my money. That's not one of the things I'm going to spend it on.
Yeah, you got to save it for the eye, the tower.
For Barad-dûr.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, wait for it. Whoop. Okay, those breathing things as a child, I wanted one so bad. I was
they're
like,
so cool.
These are sick.
I wouldn't want to go into the water wearing those robes, though. That'd be awful.
Yeah, that's how you drown.
Yeah.
They also swim so quickly to
12 minutes
like
right
this
by.
city, but it like they would have to be swimming into like basically an open ocean because they like got into like a river or like a lake. But this city is massive
Yeah, I don't know.
and it's very clearly deep underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole logistics of how they just easily swam there. Maybe there's a time jump or something.
This is 18 hours later.
No, but even
That's
if
how
it
the
took them
Federation
like
took over the whole
40
planet.
minutes to swim there or something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a lot, whatever it is.
But you got to watch out for the big goober fish.
Goop of fish. There's always a bigger fish. All the Gungans are just like, oh no. I like all the Gungans also look different from each other. Like they're not the exact same. Like some
Yeah.
are fatter, some are smaller, some are little kids.
The way they're all just walking away. Wait, one of them I think in the background just didn't have ears.
It's possible, Will.
I like this general guy.
Mm-hmm.
I also like that they bring a lot of these Gungans characters back in the Clone Wars TV show.
And they bring back the actors, too.
Yeah, like... Oh, man. Good old Boss Nass.
Famous actor Brian Blessed. Flash Gordon's alive!
Also, is it just me, or does Qui-Gon speak to him like he's like an idiot? Like,
Kinda.
or like he doesn't even speak, like, I don't know. There's just the way he talks to him is like he's talking to a child.
He owes what you call a life debt.
Oh, man. We should know.
But the outsiders.
In filming this, right? Do you think it's just them talking to nothing, or do you think the actor guy is like sitting on a chair just across from them?
They had Brian Blessed on set.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know for this scene, but for the scenes out in the fields where they're like doing all the Gungan planning of the invasion.
Yeah.
He's there. I've seen pictures. They're not flattering pictures. It's him with like a little headset on, and he's clean shaven too. He looks really weird. Yeah. He's got like a red sweater. And Ahmed Best has got like the Jar Jar headgear and the costume. Like he's full suited out, and Brian Blessed is just lazy as can be, just like regular ass clothes. It's funny.
Also, are the Naboo like just gonna not Naboo, the Gungans, are they just gonna execute Jar Jar? Like that was the vibe that I got. Is that like
I think that's what is implied.
Yeah, like if they don't take him, they're just killing him.
He doesn't elaborate what that means, but we assume the worst.
Yeah, I don't know. As a kid, I always thought they were just gonna kill him, and I still think that now.
Well, because Jar Jar has a line later. He's like, "Better dead here than dead in the core." He's like, "What's Misa saying?"
Yeah, like
Actually, he says, "Egads." What is Misa saying? Which is not like lingo I thought Jar Jar would know.
We're gone with him. I think there's just gonna have to be a compilation.
Here we go.
Of us just doing all the like Gungan noises.
Definitely. See, watch. Egads. Gadzooks, my friend.
I think actually all of Jar Jar's lines, if you did them in a British accent, would totally fit and like work and just be hilarious.
Yeah, probably.
Also, that submarine though.
It's a fantastic design. It's beautiful. It's like a manta ray.
Oh, gooffish.
Like a Qui-Gon's just so at peace behind them.
He's like,
Misa clumsy.
yeah, I don't know. Jar Jar in this version looks terrible. I remember him looking way better. I remember just this movie in general looking way better. Disney, why did you do this to us? Mm-hmm. Or possibly George.
I think it might have been a bit of George.
I don't know. Little column A, little column B.
Little column B.
Like, I think I have the original DVD or VHS somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, like, kind of a lower quality format will also kind of hide stuff. But, like, as you've seen from my scan that I showed you earlier, it does hold up. Like,
Ooh, your teeth! This other fish guy makes no sense either. Like, the whole design of it...
He's got fish head and, like, a human body. He's
Yeah.
like, he's a kaiju. He's just a classic kaiju.
Yeah, and for how big it would have to be... Like, that thing would be massive. Mm-hmm. How does anyone go swimming in Naboo?
No idea.
Like, that's horrifying. If you told me the thing was living in the ocean, I'm never going near the ocean again.
Yeah. No, same. Also, I love these Neimoidians with their fucking gimp suits on. It's like metal, like, welded into their fucking heads.
Look at his mouth moving. Amen. It's all bottom lip.
It's all bottom lip action.
You will find controlling her.
But no actual lips, though. They got
I remember playing as those guys in the Lego game that just walked by.
all those little droids, yeah. Yeah.
No need to report that, do you?
Don't fucking tell him that shit, dude.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
it on the down low.
Also, the whole idea that they can fly through the core of the planet, which is faster, didn't quite make sense to me.
No, I assume they always just go through caves that just kind of lead there. Not like through the exact center of the planet.
I would say their submarine was doing pretty good considering the chunk that's out of it.
Yeah. They're gonna go see the Titanic, Will. I like sassy Jar Jar. Really used to think we're gonna die.
Also, the design of this fish monster thing feels very much like Subnautica ripped that off.
Mm-hmm. Kinda, yeah. Also reminds me of Finding Nemo for some reason.
Oh, big fish guy is back.
Ah, gooberfish. I know he's not the gooberfish. The other one's the
No.
gooberfish. This is something else.
This is something else that's
I
gigantic.
used to know all the names of these fish, Will.
Nerd. Also, they just fly through random caves, or well, not fly, but you get the point.
I don't know. Maybe it took them 5 days to get there.
Also, Naboo has so much empty field just outside of their city. Like, there's no roads or anything. Like, I get when you're in a civilization that has space travel
Yeah,
and flying cars.
You can see the power cable to her dress.
Yeah, but you don't notice that. It just looks like a crack.
Yeah.
That looked a little wonky of him, the way they comped him walking down the ramp.
Yeah, some stuff like that is the issue. But really, it's the compositing that's the problem with this movie. And with the rest of the prequels. Because, like, everything in it is, like, basically the way they would have done it back in the original trilogy. Like, most of the stuff is models, actual sets. The CGI is mostly just characters.
See, that's looking better again, though.
Some pelicans. But also, here's a little nod to the fact that this is a decoy of the Queen, because she's wearing a completely different costume from the scene we just saw. I just noticed that when I watched this movie again last night. They're like,
Well, yeah,
there-
Keira Knightley's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's who that is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Keira Knightley.
Or does she play just one of the handmaids in the background? Or
No,
is
she's that one.
That specifically?
Yeah, that's her specifically, Keira Knightley. Natalie Portman's back there as well. And also, daughter of your arch nemesis, Sofia Coppola, is in this movie as well. As one of the...
No!
Yes, she is.
Francis Ford Coppola's daughter?
Yes, she's in this.
He's not my arch nemesis.
He
I'm
is.
just not the biggest fan of his work sometimes. I like it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm take it or leave it.
Also, I love this whimsical, like, Home Alone music they have playing here. As they're being marched off to the death camps.
Yeah. I also don't get, though, like, why take everyone out of their houses?
I don't know.
Like, I get taking them specifically, but also, why are you taking all of her handmaids with her?
Yeah, like, just take her. Take Governor here. But, like, all the servants, you don't need to take them with it.
No!
This is a Wilhelm scream, I think.
Also, yeah, like, why is Captain Panaka with them even? Like, it's just the most random
Yeah, and a bunch of
group
security guards,
prisoners.
too.
Like, why?
What? Can mean only one thing: invasion. That, I think, is one of the most beautiful shots in all of Star Wars, and I stand by that for the rest of my life. That, like, beautiful chrome reflecting off the ship and the other ships with the chrome. And
It is well composed.
that's one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just love it, though.
I mean, why does her signing a treaty by gunpoint make the invasion legal?
Maybe it just makes it look legal. Obviously, the Trade Federation isn't going to the Senate like, yes, we held them by gunpoint. And
No, I know, but like legal documents held that are signed under duress in our modern context are an issue. So let alone,
but only if you know that it's signed under duress.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure people would know that the entire planet was taken hostage at some point.
Yeah, when no one context.
Like I feel
Senator
like
Palpatine's
it's
just
pretty
like,
easy to
"Where's
quickly
everyone?"
figure out that the entire planet was taken hostage by these people.
Yeah, but when the only like communication they get is from Senator Palpatine, who is corrupt and pulling the strings,
No, but
you could see how he's framing this whole thing.
I get that, and I guess that this plan doesn't work if he's not the senator.
Mm-hmm.
But
See, look at all the grime coming off.
Yeah,
them.
they do got a lot of grime. So I like the look of when they get cut apart. Like you see like burnt metal or like melted metal.
Yeah, you see the red and the gold and that kind of light coming off the metal. Also, a lot of these guys get into the ship. Like they rescue a lot of people.
Yeah, they really do for essentially no reason.
Oh, gotta make sure we have all our hand servants.
Also, where are those guys going? They're just running off into the background.
They're gonna go start a revolution.
Vive la revolution!
The resistance.
Also, the fact that R2-D2 just happened to be a droid on this ship that was a part of the like repair team, who then goes on to be literally the most important character in all of Star Wars.
I don't mind R2 being on this ship. What I do have an issue with this film, Will, and which is my biggest grievance besides the CGI Yoda they added in, is Anakin building C-3PO. Because that has no justification. This I can fudge in my mind. Like, oh, it just so happens he's the guy.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. But Darth Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader building C-3PO.
As a slave child,
As a
too.
slave child.
Like, where are you getting all these resources?
Stealing them. I don't know. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like the whole thing that like R2 just is this droid. Sure, I get it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's just like people are like, "Thanks, R2. Now you get him." Essentially, like he's just been living on this ship forever.
Yeah.
Like he would have just been built to be on their ship by the shipbuilding company, or the shipbuilding company bought him for that ship.
Yeah.
You know, so they're just like, but he saves them once, and they're like, "Hey, R2, you know what? Since you helped us out, we're gonna give you your freedom." Essentially, like,
Yeah.
because he's clearly the droids in this are sentient.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
Like-
a lot of them died.
Yeah.
Just then.
Like R2-D2 has a personality and like
Oh, shit.
feel is. No one has any presence there.
The Huts.
Well, there you go.
There you go. He's got a point.
It does make sense. The Huts probably wouldn't care. Like they're like meh.
What kind of polish do you use on that table?
Send up a bottle with Maul.
But even in this movie, they still have that really thick knit robe for Palpatine.
Yeah, he's cold. He's got bad circulation.
Yeah, those Coruscant days are much colder than there on Naboo. He's not used to it yet.
Oh, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Pretty cool dude.
Yeah, one of the coolest characters in Star Wars. I mean, the actor ended up being a little questionable of a guy, especially later on. But
On Instagram. Yeah. If you were there, you were there. But originally,
outside of all of that, though, he's been super nice and like does all sorts of like promo. But it's just that one thing he did that I don't want to say what he did.
yeah. Go back to our last commentary. You'll hear about it. But yeah,
Also, how did R2 get so dirty? He's out in space. Where's all that dirt coming from?
space dirt.
R2-D2.
Well, thank you, Magic Trash Can.
See, but like he's got a personality and emotions and like he's sentient. So
Yeah.
like they literally do just grant him his freedom. Also, the imposter queen making the actual queen clean him is insane to me.
Yeah.
She doesn't pick a different handmaid. Like, I get you're trying to like have the ruse or whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that she, you know, forces the literal queen to go and do that.
Yeah.
Because, like, Captain Panaka would know who the real queen is.
Does he though?
Presumably.
Yeah.
Because he would know what she looks like. He sees her every day.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, the other handmaids, like, kind of look similar. But you would think he knows what she looks like without makeup.
Yeah, but she does stay in disguise like the entire trip.
I know, but
So
I
I
think
think-
it does seem a little bit insane when you think about it that the handmaid just makes the queen go clean robot.
I love those two dudes back there. We get no backstory on. But yeah, Maybe she wanted to do it. I don't know.
I guess. It just seems weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not out of character for her,
No.
but it's a little bizarre.
Also, this ship is a model, by the way.
I mean, yeah, no wonder it looks so good.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people criticize these movies, and they're like, "Oh, it's too much CGI. Look at the ship; it looks so fake." And it's like, that's an actual ship.
Well,
Which I am surprised they got to look that well. As a model.
also, the hyperdrive, the way it looks is so extra. Like,
It's like some Star Trek technology.
yeah, like, why does it look that way? It looks cool, but I'm just like...
It's like a Tron. All those blue lights on it. So let's keep a low profile. Let's bring
the colors of
bring
this
Jar
is
Jar with us.
messed up.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of blown out, really, a lot of the colors. I kind of wish what would be more satisfying is if it was Obi-Wan going and doing all this Tatooine stuff. I think that would work a bit better. Especially when we get to, like, developing Anakin's and Obi-Wan's relationship, because they don't do a lot of that here.
That's true. Even if Obi-Wan just went along with him, because they rescued so many pilot guys, you'd think one of them would be able to fix the ship.
Yeah, like, Obi-Wan doesn't need to stay there and just be like, "Well, Master Qui-Gon, it seems we have no parts anymore." He's like, "Yes, I know that."
I'm not even paying attention to the main characters.
There's little blue guys back
Yeah,
there.
I'm just watching in the background for anything good happening.
Those guys are important later. I'll show you. There's some funny stuff. But also, this movie does the same thing that I have an issue with the special edition, is like setting up how dangerous this is, and then immediately doing cartoon shit, like having Jar Jar step in crap.
Yeah.
That takes away a little bit of the mystique of Tatooine.
Yeah, they always talk about how dangerous Tatooine is, but Tatooine is literally never dangerous in any of the Star Wars movies or shows.
Except like Kenobi, when like the Inquisitors show up and like cut people apart. But like, other than that,
But that's the Inquisitors.
what's it annoy ya?
Yeah, Watto looks pretty good, though.
He does, flawless.
Ah, yes! Nubian!
That's that. And, you know, there's a lot of criticism about this movie about, like, the accents that people do and how they're very stereotypical. I watched a very interesting interview. It was George Lucas and Robin Williams talking about the Phantom Menace. Strange combination of people, but, like, for some reason they were talking about this. And George has insisted that, like, Watto is meant to be not like a Middle Eastern depiction of a person, but like actually an Italian, which, you know, it's not a very flattering image of an Italian, but I see what he's going for, where it's like kind of that kind of sketchy shop owner, like middle city kind of thing. That's what they're going for. And the Jar Jar being Jamaican thing was something I never understood. Like, that made no sense to me.
It's not even that he's necessarily Jamaican per se, though. Like, it's just weird accent.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It says more about you, like, looking at Jar Jar and you see a Jamaican person there. That's I don't see it at all.
Also, that robot guy or whatever that is in the background, it looks like it's the villain from...
No, Monsters vs. Aliens, the big
Yeah.
dome and
Yeah.
the... Yeah.
Oh, man, this poor child actor, he did not turn out great.
No. And he didn't deserve anything that he got. Like, he...
No, he got so much hate and, like, death threats and things.
Yeah.
It's very unwarranted. I think he does his best with what he was given. He's
He
a
does
child
really
actor.
He does really good. He does better than Natalie Portman in this movie. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, Natalie Portman
She
is
is very
fine.
wooden, but he is...
But I also don't think, again, they were given a ton to work with. I don't think George Lucas really knew how to work with child actors.
Mm-hmm. And he could do all the emotional stuff really well. Like, when he says goodbye to his mom and all that.
Yeah.
It's really good. But he can't do, like, the techno stuff. Like, he can't, like, rattle off, like, oh, this is from Coruscant, the planet of the... You know, he can't do that kind of stuff. No one can. And I watched a lot of the alternate actors they were considering. Like, I saw some of their, like, little tests and stuff. And he's, like, genuinely the best one out of all of them. No, I said Dacteries. Credits. Will
Also,
do fine.
him saying Republic credits are no good out there, you would think that'd be fine. Like, the amount of people that would come from all over the universe.
Yeah, there's got to be, like, some exchange place. You
Yeah,
can,
or, like, just, they'd take money as money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're fucking Joe Schmo from Mon Cala, and you're
Yeah.
like, hey, I need to buy some underworld shit, here's some Mon Calamaran money.
Yeah, someone's
Or
gotta
they
take
just
it.
have a universal currency
Well, that's kind of what the Republic credits are supposed to be, but
I know.
I don't know what kind of money they have on Tatooine, like freaking Bloingo dollars or something. But like,
Bloingo dollars.
but there's got to be someone, even at like a very high like exchange rate, they should still take that offer.
Yeah, you would assume.
Like even like one, Tatooine Bloingo for every 100 Republic Dactaries. Like that's, they still need the money.
Yeah, like I can't imagine that Watto is getting a lot of business.
Yeah, we never see anyone else in the shop except Watto and his slave boy.
Although I guess it doesn't really cost him anything to run the shop.
Yeah.
Everybody owns his workers.
Yeah.
Also, the guy that plays Watto does a really good job of creating Watto's like language.
Yeah.
Also, Watto's not even that mean as like a slave owner. Like when you consider the other slaves owners they've shown in Star Wars, especially in like the Clone Wars series.
Yeah.
Watto's really not that bad.
No.
He's just like a terrible boss.
He's not. Yeah, he's not a very good boss. Yeah. But like, Anakin and his mom live in their own house.
Yeah, like they have a house, they
have
like,
property.
have food and like all sorts of things. It's just that they're like apparently owned by Watto.
Yeah, they have to work for him and they can't leave the planet. And Anakin's mom doesn't even like do anything.
Yeah, like
she like raises Anakin. That's her job.
yeah, like it doesn't seem like they actually have it all that bad.
Like Anakin's his actual like slave. I don't know, unless Watto's doing something terrible to Shmi Skywalker that we don't get to see. But I doubt it. The puppet dude. Oh, Sebulba. And Quinlan Voss.
Yeah, actually, that's really funny because Quinlan Voss like comes up later on,
Yeah, and it's entirely based on one of the background extras here, like that
yeah,
guy.
it's him right
the
there.
Line, yeah.
but it's just like he knows that child Anakin, presumably,
Yeah,
or
he
has
lives-
like seen him before.
Yeah, this isn't their first encounter.
So then, like, it makes the dynamic of Quinlan Voss and Obi-Wan later on super interesting because he would have just been an undercover Jedi there, seeing Qui-Gon Jinn roll up. He definitely knows who Qui-Gon Jinn is.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised he would just go talk to him to be like, "Hey man, I know who you are."
Yeah.
Be able to help him out, give him some Oingo Boingo dollars from Tatooine.
Yeah. I don't know. Quinlan could be freeing these slaves. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
that's
could help out free Anakin's mom.
That's another thing is that I never understood is that like why don't they just go back and get Shmi later?
And they sell the pod racer at the end of the race, and they get money. Like Anakin has money at the end of this.
Yeah, like
Like you can
why
buy
doesn't
her.
he just buy her back? Or like I get that probably Watto is like, nah, like I'm not.
I lost
gonna do
too
it.
much. I lost all my money gambling, and I lost my slave boy.
But they could just walk up, and be like, "Here you go, Watto. Here's a bajillion Oingo dollars."
Here's the fastest pod racer in the world. We'll trade it for the slave.
Or I get that they even tried to like scam him out of both of them. Go back and do that again. Like I don't know, do something to get his mom out of there.
Pull out a lightsaber, maybe.
Or like
Hack that dude's wings off.
how in the time too between Phantom Menace and Clone Wars has Anakin never gone back to just free his mom?
They never let him, apparently.
I guess, but you would think that'd be something you would just go and do anyways.
And he finds her very easily in the next movie.
Yeah.
He's like, a week too late, but like he still finds her.
Yeah, so you would think that he would just go free her.
And I know there's a book that they wrote recently about Padme sending some people to go try to find her, and they didn't.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I don't care about that.
No, neither do I. I don't care about that, and I don't like that story either. I kind of like that the Jedi just don't give a shit.
Yeah, like they're not very good people inherently.
Like that's part of the narrative is that they don't care, even though it makes no sense that they would. There's that sculpture everyone thought was Maz Kanata back in 2015. The longest time, every YouTube video, big red circle pointing arrow at that stupid thing. This character was in the Phantom Menace.
It was not.
Oh,
I need Flash.
here's C-3PO. For some reason, they sell toys, I guess.
I just don't get how he built him. It doesn't make sense.
Probably gradually over time.
Also, I like that they have that like Scooby thing with the ball just like spray painted in silver behind
Yeah.
him. Like watch when it goes to the wide.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was in like every.
Yeah, right there, top left.
Yeah,
top left, right of Natalie Portman's head. Like, what is that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The Scoopy ball thing. I don't know.
I don't remember what that would be called, but like that's just taken and spray painted silver.
Also, when they were filming this, Anthony Daniels was very passive aggressive at that puppeteer doing the actual like movement for C-3PO because it's like just attached to the front of someone, and he's like C-3PO wouldn't move like that. He wouldn't do that. Stop doing. Don't do it that way.
Why didn't he just do it?
I think eventually he did. He cost this dude his job. Just took over like a freaking mockingbird in the nest. Just wiggled his way in.
I mean, I don't even blame him necessarily. Like, it's the character that you've been playing for like a decade.
Yeah, but still.
Like, it's his character. Like, he want to do it.
Doesn't know anything about puppets, though.
Yeah, but it clearly meant a lot to him.
It been too much to him.
I don't know. Can you blame the guy?
No. But, like, I also can't, like, name anything else that he's been in other than Star Wars.
Exactly!
And Star Wars and the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings. That's all I know Anthony Daniels from. This was the first scene they ever shot for this movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And it's a connected set to the inside of Palpatine's office as well. Like, that's all one big set.
Oh.
You'll see it in other scenes.
That's cool.
And Darth Maul was originally meant to be played by Benicio del Toro, but he didn't want to do it after he...
I think Del Toro wouldn't have fit with like the way he looks and everything.
Yeah, but... I don't know, he would have been pretty intimidating, I think, instead of, like, actual celebrity. But yeah, getting a stuntman to do it, I think it works in its favor.
Yeah,
for sure.
or like they should have had even like stuntmen playing Boba Fett or like things like that. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Which I guess they did technically.
They had Jeremy Bullock, who was not exactly the most fit stuntman back in the day.
I also like the design of all the clothes. Like everyone very much has unique outfits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like like Anakin's shirt, like that's just like sticks. I kind of like it. Jedi like reflexes. Grabs Jar Jar's face.
What makes you think that? Laser sword confirmed. That's what they call the laser
Don't remind
sword.
Me. I love this scene, but I don't like that line.
Steve, watch out for the laser sword.
I love that line. Just no one can kill a Jedi. I wish that were so.
I mean, a lot of people can kill Jedi. Apparently, they're apparently not that difficult to kill if you have a lot of numbers of droids, even.
Mm-hmm. See, he's really good. Like, I love all his like emotional stuff where he's talking about like, "You free all the slaves, please." No.
What do you think I am, a Jedi? Come on.
A Jedi waving my hand around like this.
You will not ask about the slaves.
You will give me both your slaves.
Nah.
No, I won't.
Credits will do. No.
I won't.
There's something about this set that feels very Star Trek-y to me.
Yeah. What about it?
Like, I think it's just the design of, like, the tables and the lights.
Yeah, the table for sure, yeah.
And, like, the chairs, even. The costumes, not so much.
I don't know, the walls made out of sand, they remind me a lot of Star Wars. I'll give that.
Well, yeah, like, but that's because it's Tatooine, you know? But I'm just saying that, like, all the technology that's on Tatooine feels like it's kind of, like, ripped out of a Star Trek ship.
Kinda, yeah. I do like the idea of this kind of primitive planet that just salvages bits and pieces of things and uses it in their houses. Like they have these like space doors and then like their walls are made of dirt. Except for Quinlan Voss, but
You didn't notice him.
you're not supposed to know he doesn't exist yet.
He's not canon yet. Although he's like barely canon now.
Yeah.
Like most of his stuff happens in Legends. Like he does pop up in Clone Wars, but barely.
Yeah.
They really didn't give Shmi Skywalker a lot to do either.
She just kind of worries. It's a very stereotypical role. But she's a good actress. I like her a lot.
I wish they actually got slightly... Like, I know people didn't like this, but I wish they actually explained the birth of Anakin a little more, like, something like that. Because, like, the whole thing of just that, like, yeah, I just randomly became pregnant one day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's a little weird. He's like, clearly it's just Jesus.
Yeah, I don't really like that whole idea. Like, I kind of get what George is trying to go for, and the whole, like, idea he was made by, like, Palpatine and Plagueis. I like that kind of idea of the kind of corruption of the Chosen One.
Yeah, but that came later from Legends.
Well, I'm just saying that there are ideas in
the literal Jesus character.
Yeah. They tried to do something with in Revenge of the Sith, but they kind of dropped a lot of it.
Well, if you read the Plagueis book, he's alive during all of this.
Yeah.
And, like, is aware and talking to Palpatine. Palpatine only kills him after he becomes elected as the Chancellor, and they're, like, celebrating.
Yeah.
Because, like, he goes and he sees Anakin from a distance, and he talks about it.
I love how Qui-Gon just loves to lie to people. It's my pod racer. I found it, and I gave him a chance.
It's because he uses the Force mind trick so much that he's just like, nah, I can just make them believe whatever I want.
It's a maxed out charisma.
No, he's maxed out deception.
Deception. Yeah, true.
He's not charismatic. He just lies really well.
I'm the most believable man here. I could tell you a lie right to your face and you'll believe it.
That maybe even that was a lie. You don't know.
Maybe I'm lying about that. Maybe I'm not even here. Maybe you're not even here. Maybe I'm not even talking to you.
That would actually be kind of like a funny, not that I even know how you would do this, but a funny D&D character where you're just like Qui-Gon Jinn, so you max out like deception.
Yeah.
Or I guess, is that, there's not like a deception stat, is there? I guess that'd just be under charisma.
I think so, yeah. You could roll for deception and stuff like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at the game.
Look, they're just right. Look at those two guys.
They're like a
just
fucking microscope. They're just like doing science shit.
Yeah, like what are those guys doing?
I don't know. They've been in every background scene on the ship.
I want to get that job.
Yeah. Just sit around, do nothing.
Yeah, but look interesting in the background of Star Wars, and then people write about it.
Yeah.
And they come up with a whole backstory for you, and if people like it enough, you get a whole movie.
Mm-hmm. I like those two together. They have a good chemistry. Kind of wish they took her with her instead of Anakin and just left him on the planet. He'd manage.
The dice roll, even though he used the Force, he used too much Force, so that
It just tips over the other way.
Although, if they had rescued Smee, they're probably coming back for Anakin pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes back, tells the Republic. They find out. They come back and get him.
Yeah, like, it really doesn't seem that hard that they should have just gone and rescued Smee. God damn it. It's just pure idiocy.
Yeah, they know where Watto lives. Like, they've been to his shop.
Yeah,
Like, I know, like...
even if they came back, like, a week later, like, I don't know.
I get that Qui-Gon dies, so, you know, the truth dies with him. But you still have Padme. You still have R2-D2.
Yeah, Padme, the literal queen of a planet, didn't just go back and, like, buy her and bring her to Naboo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, R2-D2, the robot who's, like, memorizing everything about the city. Like, he could find her easily. Got Jar Jar. He's, you know, he could be a detective.
Yeah, we got Guido.
That's actually not Greedo. But Greedo isn't a deleted scene of this movie.
Yeah, but I don't know. I always
Anakin strangles him.
Also, just all the random kids that, like, just never pop up again. Are they also slaves, or, like, is that ever explained?
I assume so. But they, you know, they're having fun, so I guess not. I like Kitster, though. He's fun. I like this little kid. Anakin's, like, best friend who we never see ever again.
Yeah, I feel like there's some interesting stories you could have gone there if they had, like, teamed up again for something in, like, Clone Wars, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like he, Anakin meets him and he's, like, turned into, like, a bounty hunter or something.
Goes back to Tatooine and he's just living a regular-ass life. Anakin's just like, oh, I don't want to actually, like, be in charge of saving the galaxy all the time. I want to just live a normal life.
Not even that. I feel like there's just interesting storytelling you could have done with those kids, like, later on.
I think that's a real hand. Like, not like a real human hand, but like the puppet hand.
He's got so much flesh.
Yeah, I think they built a suit for Jar Jar, and I think it cost them like $100,000. And then they, like, CGI'd over it the whole movie.
Not worth it.
Because they were like, it's actually faster if we CGI over the whole thing instead of, like, just matching the head. And it still looks good. And having the suit and everything provided a lot of good information for, like, lighting and stuff.
Well, yeah.
So it worked in their favor, but, yeah. It's just kind of funny that they went through all that effort for nothing.
Padme's hair in this is always so insane.
Yeah, yeah. It's working! It's working!
Man, you would think Shmi would look a little more excited for her son that literally built a goddamn pod racer from the ground up.
Yeah, but she knows it's dangerous. Many people die.
Okay, but
pod
like,
racing.
also, how is Anakin as a slave not like super high demand if he's just able to build these things? Like, he's literally just built an entire droid. He's built a pod racer.
Yeah, but who's gonna know about that kind of stuff? Like Watto?
Probably Watto's out there
Yeah,
bragging about it.
My slave can build so many robots.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like a very specialized kind of labor. And...
Like, Watto seems like he'd be putting that to good use or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, he knows that Anakin can fly because he crashed one of Watto's ships, they say.
Yeah.
But, like, he probably thinks he's talented, but not, like, all that good, you know?
Okay, but even from a building standpoint, Anakin's supposed to be what in this? Like 10?
Yeah, 9 or 10, yeah.
And he built an entire pod racer, ground up.
Mm-hmm. Let me just email this blood sample to you. Look at all these metachlorians.
Ooh, midichlorians.
Oh, this is what killed Star Wars.
It didn't.
It's fine.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think terrible writing is what killed Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which I guess you could argue midichlorians are bad writing, but I don't think they're that bad of writing.
Not really.
It's just an explanation for the Force.
Yeah, but it's not even like how people understand it, where it's like, oh, because you have all these metachlorians, that means the metachlorians are the Force, but it's actually like more of the metachlorians are a way to measure the Force. It's not like the actual Force itself.
Yeah, well, it's just like your physical connection to the Force.
Yeah.
That's the way I always understood it.
Yeah.
Is that like you have more potential to connect.
Mm-hmm.
Because like everyone has metachlorians. Like I think that's talked about. Or that,
Yeah.
like even let's say like Obi-Wan is supposedly has a really low metachlorian count, but through hard work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of a goofy explanation, but I think it's fine.
Hey, it's Ben Quadranero. My blue friend. Whoa! Whoa!
Come on, why are you bringing race into it? Those guys walking in the background. I don't even think that guy can see where he's going.
Probably not.
They look lost.
They're confused, Will. No, Watter's the one bringing race into this. He's pretty good, you know what, for a human. It's like, whoa, okay. Two more slaves. I'll take that bet.
I feel like that's not true.
If it's a good pod.
Because like winning these races, you clearly win a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And if you have an unbeatable fast pod,
Yeah.
you just put Sebulba in it, and you're like, "Hey, Sebulba, it seems pretty worth one slave that's 10 years old and his mom who doesn't do anything for you anyways."
Yeah, like I know it's a ship made out of trash too, but like still. You win this time, Outlander.
Also, why is Watto so upset that Qui-Gon's an Outlander? Because Watto is very clearly an Outlander. It's not like there's other Wattos living around.
I don't know, this family's been here for 10 generations, Will.
I doubt that.
Watto's junk shop was built by his great-great-grandfather.
Tatooine is built on the bones of my ancestors.
Built on Targaryen bones.
Like, calling him an Outlander just seems insane to me.
Yeah, everyone on
It's just
Tatooine is an Outlander.
like, yeah, no one on Tatooine wants to be there, I feel like.
Yeah, no one except the freaking sand people and the Jawas.
Yeah.
are native to this planet, and we see how they get treated. Never even finished. Also, rocking the poncho, bringing that back.
Yeah, people need to wear more ponchos.
I still love it. These are like all like regular dudes, and that guy's got a freaking skeleton head.
Man, there's not great seating for pod races.
Well, you get little screens you get to watch, but
Yeah, but considering how much of it takes place just in the middle of nowhere.
oh well, here's our favorite character,
Greg
Proops. And Scott Capura plays the other guy, who has got a small role in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, look at him, Ben
Oh,
Quadraro.
Ben Quadraro. There he is. There he is.
Ben Quadraro might be my favorite pod racer guy.
Mm-hmm. Sabulba. We get to see Warwick Davis in a shot coming up. Come on. Ah, never mind. I'll point him out later. But he also plays that little, the guy we thought was Greedo. He plays him, but he's also like just a regular human in this. Oh, you're starting to get into all the stuff they added in.
That guy was in it. I remember those guys.
Yeah, but he's coming up. They added extra pod racers.
I remember this guy still.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that guy's name just like Doug?
Might be, yeah. This
Yeah,
guy here.
No, that's not new, is it?
Yeah. Or no, it might not be, but they cut to his family, I think. Or not this guy's family, but one of these little purple guys, he's got a family, and they pointed him out. And they're like, this is his family. They just had a newborn baby. And then that guy fucking dies in a fireball. Oh, this music goes so hard.
It does go so hard for no reason.
It's just C-3PO carrying a stick. Yeah, go from that to Jar Jar smelling an alien's anus. Quality content. Will.
Shmi say goodbye to her son who she thinks is about to die.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I guess he almost does, too.
Not even like a hug or anything. Just stands next to him.
Also, how did Sabol get over there? He was clearly over on his pod. Why is he walking back here?
Just got off and walked over there. Yeah, I don't know. Banta Pudu. You want to try that one again?
Yelling whoa there makes no sense.
Yeah, he's about to go racing the fastest ship known to man, and he gets picked up and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Also, the scale of the other pods compared to Anakin's makes no sense.
Yeah, like how big can you make a pod and still have it be like street legal?
Because, like, his is tiny.
Oh,
Jabba the Hutt.
The best looking CGI Jabba the Hutt. Which is not saying much because there's only like one or two others.
And the weird tentacle head guy.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna. They brought back that actor of Bib Fortuna for The Mandalorian when they shot him.
See, but, like, this is what I don't get, is that, like, all the engines that run these pods look so vastly different and are so much bigger than Anakin's.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's kind of more of an agility thing.
I guess.
But they just got
he
raw
also
power.
keeps saying it's the, like, fastest pod ever built.
I don't know.
It also seems wildly unsafe to have a, like, box stand with visitors in the middle of the goddamn track.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, with how many ships and, like, whatever blow up consistently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like sitting in the middle of the road of like a NASCAR race.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just doesn't seem like a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All the designs of the pods, though, look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All the, like, grime and scratches and peeling paint and
Yeah.
oil looking.
And I know it wasn't quite how they imagined everything, because there was a big storm when they were filming on location that just destroyed everything. But like, still turned out really good.
Yeah, well, sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Dude.
See, there he is. And they retconned that to be the same character he plays in Solo, when he's like one of those like bounty hunter guys. Because they're just both humans, I guess. They're like, yeah, it's the same guy. They're just like laughing at this kid. This is what the fans did, Will. Look at Skywalker. He's a fucking loser.
Idiot. Yeah, and it's Ben
Ben
Quadinero.
Quadinero is the biggest loser in the galaxy. Yeah, the parking brake on.
Yeah, like he left his handbrake on. What camera is following them?
I don't know, some droid, I would assume. Like how Sebulba just fucking kills people.
Yeah, literally. Just murdered that guy.
Like he's a serial killer. Probably has a bigger body count than Darth Vader, I think.
Well, I don't know about that.
Maybe.
The whole design of every pod is different too, and it just all sounds so good.
Oh, the sound, yeah.
Ooh, the one assassin lady.
Ooh, Aura Singh. See, I still know these things. I still know some things.
Well, I knew it, but I just couldn't think of it off the top of my head. Sebulba!
Awesome stuff.
Like, they gave every pod a different sound.
Mm-hmm. That guy who just exploded. There's a shot that they included. I'm not sure if we passed it already or whatever, but it's like his family, and it's like, oh, this guy's got a newborn son. Here's his kids. They're all on the field, and then he explodes in a fiery inferno.
Oh, that's such a good shot.
But yeah, with like the mirage effect on it too. Oh, best line in the trilogy. Best line in the saga.
Also, the fact that they have like a pit stop doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, like the race is done in like 15 minutes. Like this guy just he dies.
No, he doesn't die. He makes it through.
Should have died. This movie's funnier than I remember.
I mean, they're so far behind the like other people, though. It doesn't even make sense how he catches up.
Well, everyone else just explodes.
Okay, but even catching up to Sebulba there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The thing I never understood is why is there a red laser dot on him? Every once in a while, you see that little dot.
Which dot?
A little like red dot will pop up on Anakin's like head.
Is there a freaking sniper or something?
Yeah, exactly.
I've never noticed that before. Might just be like a reflection or something.
Maybe.
Problem with like the camera or something. I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah, you think?
Freaking Arnold here.
Oh, come on! No.
Throwing things in my engine. I want to have that line just like,
I like-
cut to every time Anakin has a fucking breakdown and kills people.
See, there's the red dot.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing that before. I think a lot of this stuff is like added back in for that re-release. Because this has been extended for sure.
This feels roughly what I remember.
There is some stuff that's been added in from the original. Of like just little shots with the pod race. I mean, it doesn't make a difference really. Like I think the movie's like 5 minutes longer than it should be or whatever, but
I guess that's true.
what's good about it is it doesn't detract from the film.
Yeah.
Unlike certain other editions of films.
Well, you know.
Well, I shouldn't complain. The special editions were able to fund the making of these movies, so I guess that's okay.
That might be one of my favorite lines.
Okay,
I don't care what
universe
you're from. That's gotta hurt.
Actually, they're from a galaxy.
Yo. Man, this level as a child on Lego Star Wars always was a pain in the ass, but once you get it down, so easy.
I was never very good at any of these like racing ones or any of the space ones. Doing the platforming though, little Lego guys, no problem. I could do that all day.
Also hitting those posts to get coins.
Yeah,
Or studs, rather.
studs. Yeah, to become a true Jedi.
Wow, whoa.
Just keeps going.
It's not like gaining height would matter in something that can literally fly.
Yeah. No, Jar Jar, he not be crashing. Oh, those fucking spectators.
See, the red dot was back.
Yeah, I saw it again. Yeah, reflecting. Yeah. No idea what that is. Maybe it's the record button on the camera.
It would actually be really funny if that piece from Sebulba, it like came off and just hit Sebulba so that it's his own hubris that defeats him.
That would have been good. See, that's a writer thinking right there. Skywalker's lighting a blunt. I still stand by my thought of having all the Who's Line people be in Star Wars at one point or another.
I mean, call it mockery in Star Wars.
Oh my god.
And like Ryan Stiles, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, they should have been a two-headed alien. That would have been funny. Or they do the thing where like the hands are like the other people's hands.
Yeah. Or like one of them is like a Quado on the other one.
Yeah. Just have them as like some jet. They'd be good stormtroopers, I think. Those two just like walking next to each other,
Yeah, just bantering.
just quipping. Yeah. I don't know. Drew Carey can just be a fucking alien or something. I don't know.
Jabba.
Jabba the Hutt.
Hello.
Drew Carey the Hutt. Whoa. Yeah.
Such a good shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one thing everyone liked about this movie when it came out.
The pod racing.
Pod racing, yeah.
Yeah, because it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
The pod racing still stands the test of time, in my opinion.
Oh, it does, for sure.
Like, even if you show your kids freaking 20 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe not 20. I hope I'm not having kids in goddamn 20 years.
Yeah.
But you show them when they're, I don't know, 9, 10. You're
Mhm.
like, let me show you this. They're going to be like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Woo.
I kind of wish Sebulba died.
Yeah, but the way he goes flying there is just so goofy.
Shit. Yeah.
There's a lot of good, just like exclamation sounds.
Oh, yeah.
This. Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Ah!
Yeah, everyone just feels so genuine in their happiness.
Yeah. Although some people's hands just look so wrong because of whatever like mitts they have on.
Yeah, these like alien fingers and things.
Like, what is that big guy?
I don't know. I love that alien design. This big, like, long neck thing.
Yeah. Also, the fact that Jabba fell asleep, insane.
Yeah.
Jabba wouldn't fall asleep there.
I don't know, man. He's
It's played for jokes, but it's Jabba. He's meant to be feared.
yeah, true. It kind of undermines the character.
It's so wonderful, Anne. You have brought hope to those who have none. I'm so very proud of you.
See, that feels like a genuine, like, child reaction to something. He's like, "Oh, Mom, don't kiss my face."
Well, he's probably uncomfortable from the other actor.
Yeah. She was touching me.
I lost everything. Even more reason why, he would maybe take Republic credits for Shmi.
Now are you willing to bargain? See, there's the family. Grieving. Take him. Just so defeated. Just, take the boy.
That's so harsh, Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, you can't say that about people. It's a pathetic life form. Fucking Smurf hat, dude. See? You're no longer a slave.
Why didn't he just go buy his mom? Like, that's not the first thing he goes to do.
That's probably not enough money.
I guess, but like...
Maybe Watto's just keeping her out of spite.
I don't know.
Can't have her. She's all I have left.
I lost everything.
I lost my shop.
Except your mom.
Except your mom.
Oh. I don't know. Like, the whole fact that, like, no one goes back for Shmi just doesn't make sense to me. Because they spent, like, years. Mm-hmm. No one's like, maybe we should, he's feeling a little unstable and is pretty attached to his mom. Maybe let's get her to Naboo where she'll be safe or something.
Yeah. Like, even a line of dialogue in the next movie where it's like, oh, Anakin, we tried. Like, we couldn't find her. Something like that. You know,
I don't know.
Anything.
Or make her more difficult to find than just Anakin going there, talking to Watto, Watto being like, yeah, some guy took her.
Yeah, Watto just, like, in grief of his debts, kills himself. They can't find the slave.
Yeah, like, I don't know, something.
Yeah, anything.
Or Jabba kills Watto.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, I don't like how convoluted they made the Owen Lars relationship to Anakin. Like how it's like this weird stepbrother slave wife thing. They could have just made Beru Anakin's sister. I think that would work.
Maybe.
Like have her just be like a little kid in this.
Or even like have her be his cousin.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know.
I think that could work. Or have Owen Lars be his brother or something. I don't know. If you like don't care about the last names not matching.
I like that she says sons because there's multiple on Tatooine.
Exactly. Dude, this is some good attention to detail.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't yawn at the most heartwarming scenes, Will.
No, I'm a slave.
I'm a slave to a little blue alien man. No, I'm not. I've only got C-3PO for protection. What about me? Can I be free? No, you're a robot.
I own you.
You're a lower life form.
The C-3PO point of view camera too is a little creepy.
I like it.
Like this is definitely C-3PO point of view cam.
It is, yeah. I like when Anakin has toys too, just like Luke.
Anakin really didn't take anything with him.
No, he could have taken all this stuff. I love this scene as well, where he like turns back and like runs back to his mom, and
Yeah, because he realizes he's like, oh, actually, you know what? Leaving my mom at 10 years old, well, she's a slave. Not ideal.
he's like, I need a better goodbye.
Would have been cool if he'd like kept that backpack throughout the series or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think you kind of see it again, maybe in Clone Wars, but
Yeah, there's not a lot from the Phantom Menace that carries over into the other movies, like item wise. Like the characters do, obviously.
everyone in Star Wars has the best hair, though.
Yeah,
Well, except for maybe Annie.
Anakin is late '90s bowl cut.
But like even his mom, like crazy braid.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Neeson has like super long, luscious locks. Natalie Portman always has the most insane hairdos.
Yeah, like Anakin looks like every kid I grew up with. He looks like you when you were a kid.
No, I
Yes.
have curly hair.
He's slightly curly.
Telling him not to
Oh.
come back also seems insane.
And then going into that Force music. Oh.
George Lucas.
I'm getting goosebumps watching this. I'm honest.
John Williams really do be cooking.
Cooking meth. No, yeah, he's this is fantastic stuff.
Only now Darth Maul has figured out what he's here for.
We have found the Jedi. And I love how he rides off the cliff. Last how to find the boy. And it's interesting because he's like he doesn't even know about Anakin, and he like almost runs him over.
Yeah, I know. He's just like, oh, I'll just hit this kid.
Like he's actually after Queen Amidala. Like that's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
so why is he even like fighting Qui-Gon? Why not just fly up to the ship even?
Well, I don't know. So Qui-Gon can't fight him when he's like sneak up behind him or something. I don't know. Neutralize Qui-Gon, then move on to the ship.
I guess. But then the ship just takes off, which they do.
Mm-hmm.
This plan here doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah. But if he kills Qui-Gon right away, he only has to worry about a Jedi Padawan and like a bunch of like security guards.
I guess that's
I think that's more manageable than having to fight all of them and Qui-Gon at the same time.
epic shot.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Maul clearly not worthy of pronouns, I guess.
Non-binary Darth Maul.
Well, we do not grant him the rank of master yet.
Yet.
What do you mean? It's unfair. I have defeated the only Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Imagine being so lazy and rich that you just ride around in a walking chair.
Yeah. I do like that they haven't bothered to change his clothes.
Well, yeah, he's a prisoner.
He's a prisoner. He don't get no clothes.
No
but,
clothes.
but like they keep him in like the fancy robes, not even like a
Yeah.
prison uniform.
Nope.
You are a prisoner, but you will not wear the striped pajamas. You shall wear instead your luscious gowns.
If the whole point was finding them, why doesn't Palpatine just reach out? Because he is the actual senator.
I don't know.
Also, freaking, why do we have to see so many close-ups of Jar Jar's feet? Look at those things.
It's freaking clompers. This is a sweet scene. I like it a lot.
Them saying space is cold though doesn't make sense. Like your spaceship is probably heated. Like come
Yeah,
on.
but probably not heated that much.
I would assume it's pretty heated.
Yeah, but compared to the desert planet with 2 suns.
Yeah, but deserts are usually pretty cold.
Well, at night. Anakin has to stay in his house at night because he's a slave. Oh, that's your poor snippet.
The what?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
The Chapor snippet?
Yeah, see?
Oh, he just said it.
See, I know the lore, man. And that's like the only item of clothing that stays through the entire trilogy.
Barely.
Yeah, because Padme wears it in the next movie, and then she's buried with it in Revenge of the Sith.
And that's never brought up again.
Never mentioned. Because George didn't think of it yet.
Should have just been the dice from...
Yeah, the solo dice.
Like he robbed her grave.
Or the medal from Leia's cold dead hands. Or the Luke's lightsaber, pried from his cold dead hand.
The idea of Coruscant is so neat. Mm-hmm. The only thing I don't understand about it is the altitude, right? Because eventually later on you see like, oh, this is the highest point of like the tallest mountain on Coruscant. Let's say hypothetically we build above Mount Everest.
Yeah, the air is gonna be too thin.
The air is pretty thin. I get they have probably like weather control and all sorts of things, but it's just like really makes it insane for them to have done this.
Yeah.
And there's even buildings that are then much taller than that point.
Oh, here we go. We got Palpatine in the flesh, and Chancellor Valorum.
Wait, is the guy that plays Chancellor Valorum? Does he come back in the Andor show as one of the people with Mon Mothma?
No.
That's not the same actor guy for someone else?
No. This is Terrence Stamp. He's a famous actor. He's in like those old Superman movies. He plays General Zod.
But yeah, in the Plagueis book, Darth Plagueis is meant to be like watching this meeting or like this moment from afar.
He's like up in one of those buildings.
Yeah, like literally he's just like up somewhere watching.
Like a JFK sniper. Like
yeah, he's just watching from a distance.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I don't think he's returned for Star Wars. He might have done a voice in the Clone Wars because they bring back Chancellor Valorum in one episode.
Well, doesn't Chancellor Valorum end up being like evil?
No, he's just ineffective. I don't remember that episode very well, actually, to be honest. This is a scene they added back in.
Pretty hot.
Pretty hot. Cut to, I don't know, Padme in episode 2 or something. See, this here is also part of that same set I was talking about earlier, where it's like the balcony.
Yeah.
It's all one big set.
I see it now. Ian McDiarmid should play someone in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, he'd be good. But like, I think to see him as like a human in Lord of the Rings, not like covered in like makeup and stuff.
No, but like if he played like a wizard or something.
Yeah.
Although I guess there's not really wizards for him to play in.
He could be one of the blue wizards.
Yeah.
He's already got the colors. Some new senator, perhaps, from Naboo could fill in the role, maybe. Someone close to you who has connections.
Ah, yes. Bail Organa.
Yes. There's actually a deleted scene with Bail Organa in this movie. And he's not Jimmy Smits. He is
that doesn't surprise me.
very white.
Ooh, evil turn.
He's so menacing. Even when he's not being like suspicious or anything.
Staring at me menacingly.
Run, Patrick, run! Fucking snake dude over there.
Yeah, that guy's horrifying.
Yeah, I don't like the CGI Yoda being put in here because it doesn't match any of the other aliens. Because they're all everyone else in this room is a practical like person creature thing.
Ki-Adi-Mudi's hands look disgusting there.
And Ki-Adi-Mundi's played by the same guy who plays Newt Gunray.
Interesting.
That's Silas Carson.
I didn't know that. Look at Yaddle.
Yaddle. Yaddle's still a puppet.
Also, the
Didn't bother change
retcon that Yaddle is murdered by Dooku after this.
That's good. I like
Absolutely insane.
that. I don't mind because that gives something for Yaddle to do.
I know, but and it like happens like right at the end of this movie, essentially.
Pretty
Because
much,
of
yeah.
That Tales of the Jedi show or whatever,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's right after Qui-Gon dies and everything.
or what is it called? Tales of.
Tales from the Jedi? I think so.
But like they did a Sith version or
Yeah,
Empire
Tales of the
version.
Empire. That's the new one. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't watched that either.
Seems promising.
We got Samuel L. Jackson. Look at him. It's so weird to me that Samuel L. Jackson is in these movies, but it's like so good at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's something I was just always knew as a kid. And then
Yeah.
you see him in other stuff and you look back at this and you're like, oh.
This is like very out of character for him in a way. Although I bet he made serious money from it. Because he's probably one of the most famous actors like at this point doing this movie.
Yeah, probably. Besides maybe Liam Neeson. Because Liam Neeson at this point had done Schindler's List, so he was like very well known and highly regarded.
Yeah, but wouldn't Samuel L. Jackson have done Pulp Fiction by this point?
Well, yeah.
And like some other things too.
Yeah, I just don't know who out of those two would be like higher up.
Yeah, that's true.
Even Natalie Portman was well known. She had done like Leon the Professional.
Yeah.
But she was like a kid back then when she made that.
Well, she's still like a teenager here.
Yeah. But she didn't have like as long of a career as like everyone else.
I sent Padme on an errand. I'm on my way to the Jedi Temple to start my training, I hope.
And I guess Terrence Stamp is also well known, but he's got like such a small role in this movie that like it doesn't matter. Maybe Greg Proops is probably the most well known person in this movie.
Greg Proops actually at this time pretty famous.
Pretty famous, yeah.
Is that Natalie Portman there? Actually, like.
That was Natalie Portman.
Yeah, so she's just lying to him that like, oh yeah, I sent Padme off to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Not,
she's
oh
actually
yeah, I'm Padme.
yeah.
Also, the fact that she uses her real name, like no one knows that the queen is also called Padme.
Probably a common name.
Is it?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't look into the history of names on Naboo.
Where are the ET guys? Don't they show up in here
They
somewhere?
do when they start clapping. You'll see them.
Also, the fact that there's so many seats in the Senate is absolutely ridiculous because that means every single one is a different planet of a different system.
Well, yeah, most of them are planets except for this one, which is like the Trade Federation. But I guess they have Cato Neimoidia as their planet, and that's probably what the actual thing is. And
Well, no, they're not. They don't represent the Trade Federation. They are the Neimoidian planet. Because I remember in Clone Wars where they like are yelling about that, and they're like, "No, listen, like our friends at the Trade Federation, we don't condone them."
yeah, but like they're one and the same.
I know they are, but
It's
I'm
like
just saying, like technically that is talked about.
Yeah, the official line is that they are Cato Neimoidia, which I do like. I like how like all this intrigue kind of combines to all this corruption and all that. I love these guys. They're just like your classic alien, you know?
Yeah.
But like in fancy like Renaissance era clothing.
Even these guys.
they're in Return of the Jedi. That's where that design comes from. But they've like redone it so it's like actually more animatronic and it looks really good. The Congress of Menace concurs with the honorable. No, because he just called him the delegate for the Trade Federation.
No, I know, but I'm just saying later on.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Also, they replaced that lady with like the most creepy looking alien woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
What I find wild though is that the like two people that work with Valorum, also Palpatine keeps one of them essentially.
Yeah,
And that guy is like Palpatine's most trusted advisor. So did Palpatine plant him there all along, or like what was going on there?
that'd be interesting to explore.
It's not explained.
Also, another fantastic costume. I love that one as well. Giant Twi'lek dude.
Well, he has a name. Yeah, I just don't remember what it is.
Oh, neither do I. Oh, there's the ET guys.
Yeah, there. Look at him waving.
A stronger chancellor. One who will not let our tragedy continue.
Me.
Someone whose name starts with a Sheev, ends with a Palpatine. Yeah.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. Sheev Naya Palpatine.
It's a good looking sunset.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Makes that sun look gigantic though. Look, they're real close.
Yeah.
Or it's a light trick. I don't know.
It's the way it hits the horizon. How many fingers am I holding up?
I guess that doesn't work for an audio only thing. For the
Use your
record,
mind palace to guess.
for the record, I was holding up 2 fingers.
I did 3 and I switched to the middle finger.
Aw. Did they mix Puppet Yoda and CGI Yoda together? Because that looked kind of puppety.
I think they kind of basically rotoscope the puppet. Like, it does a lot of the same movements.
Yeah, like the movement looked a little wonky there.
Mm-hmm.
That long neck guy from Robot Chicken Star Wars. Seeing him in the background also just cracks me up.
Yeah. Because it's such an unserious, like, character in our minds now.
Yeah.
Because of all the parodies. And also the voice, too, of the Yoda. It doesn't quite match what they did later on.
Yeah, they gave him a creepier voice.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it is still, Frank Oz doing
Yeah, it's still
it?
Frank Oz doing it. I like how they let Jar Jar just hang out with the Queen.
Well, he's technically Nabooian.
Yeah, he's, from their planet or wherever. But they didn't just give him his own room or something.
Yeah, or like a bowl to swim in.
Send him down to the pool. Oh, there's the meme.
Surprise, to be sure, but definitely a welcome one.
Also, shout out to Bale Antilles, who they just name dropped. Combining a couple names there. It's probably the equivalent of like John Smith on Alderaan being called Antilles, because that's a name that like shows up a lot in Star Wars.
Baller move.
I'm a queen of the people. No, please don't go. Stay here, please.
Yeah, it's the most like neutral face. The handmade like cloaks look sick.
Yeah, that's something I like straight out of Dune. I like that little smirk there. He's just like, you're falling right into my trap.
Excellent.
Excellent.
The time has come.
For the Sith to rule the galaxy.
Execute order 2.
Order 1. Obi-Wan's just like, what?
The code.
The code
Hang the
forbids it.
code. It's more of a guideline.
More of a guideline, actually. I like how the Jedi also have like the same kind of code of the Sith. It's like only one apprentice, only one master. Yeah, Obi-Wan, you're 25 years old.
Get a life.
You can't be a Padawan your whole life. Yeah, look at the denoising on that. That's hideous.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth, especially on like Samuel L. Jackson's head, or like even Yoda's. Like all the like lines in Yoda's skin disappear.
Boop, boop, boop. The return. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
From my point of view, the boy is dangerous.
From my point of view, the boy is evil.
Then you are lost. Cuts down Obi-Wan.
Come along, Anakin. We're going rogue.
We must flee. Also, the look of R2-D2 in this changes so much.
He gets cleaned and uncleaned, and yeah.
When like his head gets more silvery or more white or
Yeah, it's very pale.
more gray.
It's a deleted scene where R2 falls off that ledge.
Midichlorians. Where would he have overheard Yoda talking about midichlorians? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. During all those talks where they were testing the boy.
He's too dangerous to be left alive.
Yeah, you know, like an alien, kid.
Yeah, the whole midichlorian explanation is a little vague, but you know.
Yeah, but it's like, it's the equivalent of being like, oh, you got 3 eyes, you can see better. Because you got more eyes. You can see more things.
I guess.
Bad metaphor, I guess. Mm. That's a weird costume. I don't like that one too much.
No, not the best costume. It's a good shot.
Mm-hmm. Also, a lot of those like big dioramas of the city are models, and all the water going off the waterfalls is actually just salt.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, that's such a clever like thing to do.
Well, it makes sense.
Mm.
Like on the scale, you're not going to get water to look like it's misting away.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Also, I love the holograms in this, how they're blue, and then gradually as the trilogy goes on, you get more to like the color you see. And I like this relationship too between Anakin and
This random pilot.
yeah, this is Rick Orlay. Will this
Who?
is I don't know. Rick Orlay is the character's name. He's played by some British guy.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's Keira Knightley in the back.
Yep.
That doesn't look very denoised there on that one reverse.
Yeah. It's very inconsistent for some reason.
That one looks denoised. That almost looks like an AI generated image.
AI generate Captain Panaka. Stable diffusion. Captain Panaka. Also, Trade Federation ships, awesome design.
They are cool.
They are like the best. I think, in my opinion, they're one of the best Star Wars ships in terms of like the big ships. Like they're just like, yeah, Jar Jar's gonna like, go to the city, bring back all of their diplomats, and we will have a conversation. Whoops. Sat on the remote.
Ewan McGregor probably has the worst hair in this movie.
It's because it's a wig for some of these shots.
Wait, really?
Yeah, some of it's his hair, some of it's a wig.
Why? I didn't know that. Why is some of it a wig?
Reshoots. Want to try that one again? You're a much wiser man than I am.
Just shake off like a dog.
Jared just found that all his people have disappeared. And we fear the worst.
Also, I like that now they're back on the ground. They're putting Keira Knightley back in the makeup.
Yeah, they just...
Yeah, let me show you the sacred Gungan location. 'Cause
Yeah.
that won't go badly for me. Even though they already want to execute me.
Immediately they're imprisoned. Also these like sculptures and stuff, very Buddhist.
Yeah, why does the sacred Gungan location have human human head shaped sculptures?
I don't know. There's got to be like some interesting history for Naboo. And I'm glad that they kind of leave little hints to that kind of thing. Like it feels like an actual world.
Also, the way he's just standing up on there is so weird.
Yeah, he just climbed up on the top of this like sculpture.
That looks like Keira Knightley way more there.
Oh yeah. Especially when you compare Natalie Portman is right next to her.
We have searched you out because we wish to form an alliance. Your Honor. I am Queen Amidala.
What?
My loyal bodyguard.
The way they all do have like a deep voice,
Yeah.
like they don't really keep up that Queen Amidala voice.
Well, I think they like digitally deepened it, like in post production.
You think so?
I think for some of it, yeah.
So hard to build. Oh.
Viceroy, what are you doing? Oh.
We are your humble servants.
Kneel before me. Me so like this.
Why is there a really short, fat Gungan? Did you see that guy?
I saw him. Also, I've always wondered why Boss Nass was green and everyone else wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about that before too.
Because he's definitely a Gungan. He's got like the ears, but they're all like tucked behind his head.
And he has the like big spidey eyebrow ridges.
Is that just what they look like when they get old and fat? They just
Maybe.
turn green.
He's probably just meant to look like a frog.
Oh yeah. He's got a vitamin deficiency. Ew, put the hat on those Nymodians. They look freaky.
Look at the one guy in the background just
Yeah,
not
just standing
moving.
next to the window. Yeah, frozen. Yes. Business trip.
Business trip.
Yeah, Anakin's their like freaking scout.
Yeah, like they don't have like a radio or something.
Yeah. So they're coming back from a pub crawl. You said Bombad General. Just walks over him.
Walks over him. They really just got rid of Keira Knightley too. Once like
Yeah, she's not. Well, she comes back. There's an important part with her later,
I know, but still.
but she doesn't need to be here at the battle meeting.
The battle is a diversion. Gungans must draw the droid army away from the cities. R2? We can enter the
Yeah, R2 literally like he was just a random repair droid on the ship, and now they're giving him the battle plans.
The plans put inside this astromech unit by Princess Leia shows the
Battle for Naboo.
yeah.
I mean, like, and R2's never supposed to have been wiped, right?
Yeah.
So he literally has battle plans all the way from here
Onward.
to like onward. Like he has like R2 is just the greatest strategic droid in the entire universe,
Yeah.
and he has like all of the knowledge he's gained from Anakin and like Luke. And
Yeah, he's still got the Death Star plans in there. He's got
yeah, like he knows so much.
complete technical readout of.
No wonder they had to
Naboo
take
City.
him out of the sequel trilogy. He's just too powerful at that point.
It's too dangerous to be kept alive.
Like the amount of damage he could do by just plugging his little scomp link into one terminal.
Just downloading all of the universe's knowledge.
That's R2's true goal.
Darth Maul is so short compared to these Neimoidian guys.
Yeah, he is.
Makes him look like he's like 5 foot. Because they register in my mind as like regular height people because of the framing of the shot.
Yeah.
So it makes him look like he's like 4'9".
He's just
A short king.
it's a good shot.
Yeah, that was used in one of the early trailers for this. It's so good. I kind of wish they kept a bit more of the fog. Because it just kind of ends there.
Yeah. But it's the mysterious fog in the forest. Also, the Gungans are able to amass such a massive army that's so poorly armed.
Yeah, these are all just like civilians.
Like, the Gungans don't have weapons. They're all just walking empty-handed.
Yeah, true. They just got their shields, but like otherwise.
Yeah, for the most part, though, they're all just kind of standing there with nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what their plan was, really. Beyond stand there.
Also, those weird tick things.
Yeah, they've been here like all over the place. Like, go back and like you'll see them everywhere in this movie. Also, the battle droid voice in this movie much better than any other appearance. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
they make them into kind of a joke later on.
Mm-hmm. Open fire. Roger, Roger. What?
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 What? Sure.
All right, Anakin, we're going into battle. Sure.
Yeah, I had to get that spin in.
Oh yeah.
You see the one droid
Yeah, the battle droid that like was leaning up against the wall and fell over.
slowly slumped over. Maul's taller now. Did you see that?
They got him a box to stand on. Also, the Naboo fighters, I think, are probably my favorite.
I hate that they brought it back for the Mandalorian, though.
So do I.
So bad. His ship was so good before.
Yeah. And what they did to that Naboo starfighter in that movie and that show, it was just so ugly looking.
Yeah, it's just bad.
It needs to be.
It
like,
also doesn't even
clean.
like the Naboo starfighters aren't practical.
No, they're not.
Like they're meant to be only used for battle. It's like you live out of a fighter jet. Makes no sense.
Yeah, these are like ground defense weapons. Like they're not meant for like intergalactic travel.
Like they're very clearly the equivalent of like a fighter jet in modern day.
Rip that guy.
Boof. I like that had to be a practical explosion, even though it was so far down.
Oh yeah, all the explosions I think are practical in this, except for like all the they're clearly energy ones, like for the Gungan stuff.
The droids really just decide to shell the shield because that's
it's
going to do something.
Siege tactic, Will. Also, I like how all the Gungans are the exact same except Jar Jar and Captain Tarpals.
Yeah.
They're the only unique ones.
Well, they stopped doing the unique ones for the battle.
Well, the fat ones can't fit in the armor, so they couldn't bring them along. And Boss Nass isn't going to get his hands dirty. Although I would love to see Boss Nass just with like a freaking battle axe or something. Just hacking his way through these Gungans. Or these, not Gungans. These battle droids.
See, but like they literally don't have weapons. Like they kind of do, but
Some of them
all
have
of them,
spears and things, but
but like for the most part, all the ones in the back are just kind of standing there. Like they don't have anything.
they're just going to punch. And this is cool too. I love the battle droids, how they fold and move and everything.
Yeah. Ouch time.
Ouch time.
I would say it's a little bit more than ouch time.
This is no longer feeling anymore because you're dead time.
Yeah, I guess they have those weird balls, but
Yeah. They got the boomas.
yeah, the boomers.
The boomas.
Big boomer.
In friendly fire.
Very clearly, the Gungans did not bring the right weapons to this battle.
No. They brought a booma to a gunfight.
Never bring a booma to a gunfight. They brought a booma to a lightsaber fight.
Yeah.
The most epic piece of music.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Well, isn't there like the Lego version of this where he like sings his own like
I think
music?
so. That's gotta be something. Also, one of these Naboo guards is also played by the guy who plays Darth Maul. I can't remember which one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's showing up this soon, but definitely when they're like going through all the hallways and stuff, he's there. I might be able to point him out, but I'm not too sure.
Oh, so good. You didn't try that first?
Yeah, the most obvious trigger thing. Thanks, my
just
future
like-
husband.
Yeah, they're just like, let this kid fly out. They're like, this seems fine.
Yeah, he's the chosen one. I'm sure he'll be fine.
He's got R2.
Yeah, he's got R2, protector of the universe with him.
Oh yeah, totally necessary.
That's one shot I never really liked because it looked a little fake.
When the way he like jumps and they go into this next room, it doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, editing in this movie is surprisingly good, all things considered, but there are some faults.
Star Wars has always had pretty good editing.
Mm-hmm. And I think this movie's reliance on like really far shots with like not the greatest compositing, I think is its weakest thing.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, one of these guys.
That's not a good shot of R2.
That's I think that's an extra one. Because I don't think that was a model.
See, why is the autopilot programmed to fly at that?
Yeah, it's autopilot to destroy anything in its path. Yeah, I don't know. Jar Jar curb stomping this dude.
I don't think that's how electronics work.
Fucking no way. Also, that's an awesome scene. Going down on that ship. That guy was the visual effects chief, the guy in charge of all the effects.
Oh, supervisor?
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Supervisor. Visual effects chief.
Visual effects dude.
Top big honcho of the visual effects. He's the guy who pitched the idea of Rogue One.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody had in mind, Anakin, and you know it.
Yeah, you're taking those words literally instead of the meaning behind it.
He actually said stay here, not fly off.
Don't go anywhere. Stay in the cockpit, Anakin. Definitely go destroy the giant Trade Federation ship. That's what I meant. I think, yeah, that guy on the farthest right of that last shot.
Oh.
One of those guys, anyway. Doesn't matter.
Goddamn, Naboo is high off the ground there. Did you see that?
Yeah, they're like 18 stories off the ground.
More than that. Like, there's a giant cliff under them.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. You gotta add that into consideration. Just do a B&E.
Yeah, at least they're breaking into their own building.
Would have been funny. They just get like wrap their hand in a little bit of cloth, just break the window with their fist. Unlock
Captain
the
Panaka just puts his head through it.
takes Padme, puts her head through it. Bye bye. I love the Qui-Gon just punches the guy in the face. This movie especially, there's a lot more like actual melee
Yeah.
in the lightsaber fights.
The BTS of how they did that jump, where it's literally just two guys with a board, and
Yeah,
then
the
they
bo-
just like throw him up.
Yeah, they tried to use a trampoline, but George was like, it looks too much like he's bouncing. And so they just got like a bunch of those grips with like the board and just pushed him up.
Ray Shield. See, that joke works on multiple levels.
It does, yeah. Just turned into some sort of laughing maniac there.
Also, how do the Gungans just have like dinosaurs?
I don't know. How do the Gungans defeat General Grievous?
Big boomers.
The big boomers.
Well, like they ambush him.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is that they all just like gang up on him with energy boomers things.
Yeah, and he's part droid, so it works, I guess.
See? Well, that Booma did some serious damage that literally none of the other ones did.
That's a lot of damage. Come along, Jar Jar.
Whee!
They rip Jar Jar's nuts.
Jar Jar is such a liability.
Oh, I love him though.
Also, why are the droids taking prisoners? Like, wouldn't they just be killing them outright?
Yeah, you'd think.
Whew.
But yeah, this whole ship is a model, and it just looks so good. Especially how close up they're getting to it with the camera.
Anakin's go-to is just spinning wildly.
Yeah, it's a good trick. Back in the hangar where all this stuff started. You know, as far as Star Wars movies go, this is a very localized film.
Yeah. It doesn't really do much. You go to Naboo, then you go to Tatooine,
Go to
then
Coruscant.
you go to
back
Coruscant, then you go back to Naboo, and
Yeah,
then you
exactly.
go back to Coruscant, and then you go back to Naboo.
Yeah. I like that though as like a start for a galactic conflict, to have it start small and kind of work its way
I mean, it
Something
makes
bigger.
sense.
Could have used that force running there.
Yeah, for sprint.
Something established about 10 minutes into this movie. See, that's why I don't like it, because it ruins this scene.
Well, it ruins many a
It
moment.
ruins most scenes in Star Wars.
However, most force powers that are introduced ruin most moments of every other movie.
Yeah, true.
Oh, force heal.
Yeah.
Even though that also is in Legends before this point, but still, they added it to the movies, which makes it canon for the rest of the world that only watch the movies.
Force teleport.
Also, what makes it even goofier is that in the Legends book, where Force Heal, I think, was kind of introduced, Obi-Wan uses it, like, a lot.
Don't say that, Will.
And not well. Like, he says, oh, I'm not very good with it. But I would also like to point out that in the Ahsoka show, someone gets literally stabbed in the exact same way that Qui-Gon does, and she just walks it off.
Same within Kenobi.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, Darth Maul gets fucking sawed in half, and he still comes back, so...
I know, but it's just like Qui-Gon shouldn't have died.
No, no.
Unless Qui-Gon just lost the will to live.
Which I doubt, because you have these plans.
And he lives for a while just on the ground. Like, during that whole fight, like he's alive by the time that...
They all look the same.
They don't, though.
Yeah, Newt Gunray's just an idiot.
He's just racist. Well, xenophobic, I guess, because he's an alien.
The whole accent's just a bit. It doesn't sound like that.
The guy that does Newt Gunray in Clone Wars is so funny. Like, the way he does Gunray in that is
I think
really
it's still
good.
the same guy. I think
Is
he
it?
came back.
I don't know. The way Gunray like acts and talks in Clone Wars is really funny.
It's great. But yeah, I get Force Heal as like a thing that can work really well in like a video game, because it's kind of necessary.
Yeah.
But don't bring it into the actual movies.
Or have it be able to heal like very minor injuries, not holes in people.
Yeah, don't put a hole through some guy's chest and just like heal it. Yeah.
Which I will say, in the Legends book that I'm thinking of, I can't think of what it was called, but it was like Anakin and Obi-Wan end up in like some village, and they're like, village is under attack, and they're like helping it. They use Force Sprint a lot, and then Obi-Wan uses Force Heal to like help some of the villagers that like sustain injuries.
Yeah.
But like he's also says he's not very good at it, and it takes like a shitload of energy out of him, so he's like super tired.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that like, yeah, you can heal minor injuries or like help heal someone slightly.
Yeah.
Or even freaking Plagueis creates the ability to, you know,
Create life.
yeah, resurrect dead people in Legends. But I don't know, the way that Force Heal works later on is just so bad.
Yeah.
Because you're just regrowing chunks of people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, it's literally what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anakin got real lucky in where he accidentally shot those torpedoes.
All these other pilots are just like, what? Also, there's one upcoming shot of the Neimoidians and like the main command pod or command section is like the last thing they filmed for this, before going into like the post production, where they're just standing there and they just explode.
Yeah, that?
Yeah, that was the last thing they filmed.
Pretty good.
And it's really funny because it's just, I think they filmed it at the same part where he's just like, they've gotten through our shields, and then it just explodes. " 1138. A little nod to all those animator guys.
All the Gungans celebrating every time is so funny.
Yeah, they've got so much personality in them, which I know some people don't like, but like, come on. Also, I probably didn't need to write all those notes. I didn't really need any for this movie. I haven't used them at all.
See, I told you didn't need them.
Yeah, probably helps that I watched this movie last night.
Whoa.
He's definitely dead. Like he just
Even the way he
waxes.
like bonks into the side. Mm-hmm. Like I'm fine that they bring him back or whatever, but I don't know. It's just is a major like ongoing issue with Star Wars that no one dies or like stays
Yeah.
dead. Everyone just comes back.
Yeah, I don't like it because that's the start of it, and I remember when that happened. Well, actually, I remember when the Clone Wars started and they had Anakin with a Padawan. And I didn't really like that idea because I'm like, that's not in the movies. That contradicts a lot of stuff. Things don't add up. But then they brought back Darth Maul, and that was my real kind of grievance with the Clone Wars. That and the hideous Lego figures they made because of it. That cursed the line for a generation.
Yeah, I don't know why they opted to make the Lego figures so creepy looking, but I
Yeah.
get they were trying to match the like look of the Clone Wars show.
Yeah, 2008 to 2014 Lego Star Wars was fucking cursed.
Some of them were fine.
I don't care that the sets were good. The figures looked hideous.
Yeah, the figures were bad, but the sets were pretty good.
They were pretty good, yeah. Also, a lot of people have mentioned this, but there's a guy doubling as Mace Windu who looks absolutely nothing like Sam Jackson.
Wait, where?
You'll see him.
I think I have heard of this before, though. It ends up literally not affecting them at all.
Well, they do comment on that in the next movie.
Yeah, I know.
They
but
green
still.
screen in Governor Bibble, and he's just like, "Oh, this guy's still at large."
I'm watching for Mace Windu.
You'll see him. Also, those Senate guards, fantastic. It's like the Imperial guards, but like more Roman.
Yeah, the Senate guards are sick.
See, you can see him back there. That is not Sam Jackson.
Yeah, no, that is not Sam Jackson at all.
Also, that I love these background dudes.
Wait, what if they got the guy that did Jar Jar to just do Sam Jackson for the day?
I don't know. That would probably be closer. Also, that's not Governor Bibble, even though he's wearing his
No,
clothes.
that's not.
All these background doubles are just awful. These are the worst.
Oh no, that Yoda looks crunchy.
That's actual CGI from this. This is the only CGI Yoda that they did for this movie originally. Didn't bother redoing it, even though it looks way worse.
Okay, Puppet Yoda for this conversation looks better.
It does, yeah. The lighting and everything. He almost looks more cartoony than he does in the other.
This doesn't even look
Movies.
like how I remember the recomp of the Yoda look. But maybe that's because there's no film grain?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, there's something about this just doesn't even seem right to how Yoda looks later on in the movies.
Well, they did do it like many years later. Like they did
know.
this in like 2010, 2011. So it should look better, but
Just looks weird.
it does, yeah.
But, like, it has good parts of, like, the lighting and everything is fine.
It's not bad.
Pretty cool funeral.
Also, just the random people they invite.
Boss Nass being there is weird.
Well, Boss Nass has more of a connection to Qui-Gon than some of these people. Because, yeah, I get Palpatine, I get the pilot guy, I get, you know, our main characters, and Governor Bibble even. They've all talked to him, but, like... And some of the Jedi, too. I get that being there,
Well,
but...
it would make sense if it was just Jedi there. Like, that's all I feel like are needed.
Yeah. But there's also all these, like, random, like, dignitaries that are just hanging around. I don't know why George has this obsession with just putting random, like, people in robes just kind of standing around.
How do you think Samuel Jackson felt against acting with Puppet Yoda and Frank Oz? Must be a weird feeling a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's ever done any, like, actual puppet work, Sam Jackson. I don't think he's, like, been on the Muppet Show or anything like that.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know how he would...
Like,
react
is he
to
like, I'm sick of these goddamn puppets on this goddamn set.
these motherfucking puppets on this motherfucking set. Yeah, I guess so.
This marching song goes hard.
It's because it's the Emperor's theme, but sped up.
Yeah, I know people say that, but, like, I don't know.
It's true.
I get it's true, but it still goes hard.
Oh, yeah. And it makes sense, because this is, like, this Naboo royal theme, and he's corrupted it. Made it his own. He's got the giant orb.
Keira Knightley,
Yeah.
random child in the background who I think is retconned into Padme's siblings.
Probably, yeah.
I think.
There's Warwick Davis again. Oh, yeah, even Peel. Also, Yoda looking way overexposed. Take the magic crystal ball. I can see the future. Thanking you, sir. I love how Palpatine's just like so dead-faced, just bored out of his mind.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to get some of that. She's like,
Yeah, you are. We looked at R2. R2 looked back at him. Oh, there we go.
well,
That's a fantastic movie. I love it.
yeah, it looked a lot worse than I remember. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it looked better than I also remembered in some moments.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I think it's just the way that Disney has trashed a lot of the film and things like that.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
we're
know.
also streaming it too, so that might be part of it.
Yeah. I'm sad that they weren't streaming the theatrical re-release in North Bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
But
I would have gone to see that.
I hope you enjoyed the Phantom Menace commentary, even though I doubt anyone gets to this point. But if you do, comment your favorite Jar Jar Binks quote.
Even fake ones, make them up. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Say something.
Yeah,
All right, and have a good day.
you as well. Bye bye.